Hello, Divine Collective. Welcome, welcome. We are doing a reading with the Sacred Self Care Oracle. So let's take a look and see what we get today. This is just going to be a reading on some self-care guidance. Thank you for joining. I feel like there's a lot going on in the world right now, and I feel like we just could use a little bit of some guidance on how to lift our energies, how to take care of ourselves during these times. So let's see what cards want to come out for us. Okay, we have blind strength, sync with the moon, connect with your ancestors. All right, so our first card is create art. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, this can be from painting, drawing to makeup artist. I feel like that's involved there. I feel like that for some of you, this could be working on your own self. Like maybe you miss the days where you used to wear makeup or used to dress up and go out. Um, Maybe you've just been really tired or worn out. So I feel like this is also a message for someone to take the time to to tune into yourself, to do something pretty for yourself. Um, for others, I feel like you you are very artistic and you've been busy and you just haven't had the time to really tune into what you enjoy doing. So this is like a great time to maybe do something for yourself on the weekends or something or in the evening. You could start something with this one here, like you could start something and not finish it. I was telling someone the other day, like they make tables that open up and you can like do puzzles. And then if you're not done with the puzzle, you can like close the table and the puzzle's like underneath and it doesn't get disturbed until you go back to it. So like you could start something and then just like it doesn't have to be like one of those situations where you're like, oh, I don't have the time, or oh, I don't want to drag all that out and then have to put it all away. Maybe you can find a place where you could start something and you could just leave it there and keep going back to it to continue it. I know for some there's like I the image of like the what is it, paint and sips of like where you go get together with friends or loved ones or whatever, and you like go and you do like paint and sips or paint and eat, like where you sit and this is the time of year where they actually start doing them again to like raise money and things like that. So it might be something that you might want to do is like just go out with someone and do an activity that you haven't done in a while to kind of just give yourself a little bit of fun. I feel like you are really working on building a lot of inner strength. In this picture, she has her third eye open, which symbolizes awareness, inner strength. So not only are you taking care of your outer body, which is really important, but you are also going deep to take care of your inner body. You are really stepping up into your full potential and reclaiming your inner strength as well. Maybe you're pulling back from people or job situations that were draining you and you are finding your inner strength. So that's really good to work on. Keep working on your inner strength because that really helps you to be safe in situations, and it helps you to overcome situations, and it helps you to be aware of people's intentions around you when you are strong within you, right? So sync with the moon. So this one is about cycles, phases, right? Pay attention to how your emotions feel with certain situations. Pay attention to repeated patterns. The moon goes through cycles, which often represents patterns. So, like a time lapse. So, pay attention to yourself. And the moon is a frequency. It gives off frequency. Why do you think when there's a full moon, the ocean, has stronger waves or storms can be stronger? There's a frequency that comes from the moon when it is at its fullest. So I feel like, maybe you are emotionally triggered by certain frequencies. Maybe during certain times, certain situations are heightened for you. So I feel like you might want to be a more closer aware. Start a journal when it's the full moon, when it's the new moon. When the new moon starts, if you can, try to journal it, how you're feeling. And then like journal through the phases of the moon, your emotions. See if you discover a pattern. Sometimes if you do meditation, drink water, eat healthy, you can prevent your body from being affected by these frequencies, right? Because sometimes the moon can affect you in a good way, sometimes it can affect you in a negative way. And having control over your inner self and your inner awareness helps you to have control of your outer situations. So you can better prepare for the emotions or the frequencies and how they're going to affect you, kind of thing. So I feel like this has a lot to do with like balancing. You notice how like she has colors of the chakra. Okay, like her chakra colors and her aura colors. So and there's like a celestial energy here. So I feel like you are someone who can shift with the the way the earth and space is shifting. Maybe if you haven't been into astronomy, maybe look into astronomy. It might be something that resonates with you, understanding the moon cycles, the earth cycles, the stars. It could actually help you with your energy, I feel like. So some people are very connected to the moon and they can feel the frequencies before anybody even talks about them. So that might be something you want to look into because it might help you to do certain kinds of meditations beforehand or like fasting beforehand. This one here says connect with your ancestors. So I feel like you could be you could be someone who is starting to step into this energetic awareness of yourself. Maybe you are awakening to who you truly are. You're feeling your body change. You're feeling your mind start to change. The things that you might not have noticed before with the world are becoming more dominant to you now. You're becoming more aware of these situations. So I feel like in this reading, you are being called to really step into who you truly are. This is really about this self care reading is really about connecting to your true inner self. If you look, her eyes are closed, so she's going inward. This one here, she's drawing. The eyes are closed. So I really feel like this message is telling you that it's okay to shut off the noise that you might hear outside of you. Maybe it's okay to tell the coworker that you can't go out for lunch. It's okay to not answer the phone when you get home. It's okay to skip a weekend visiting the family. Like I feel like you need to take this time to connect to yourself. Um, if you don't do meditation or you don't do like any kind of like inner balancing, this could be a great time to look at the inner balancing of your heart chakra. Maybe uh, going in and healing parts of you that have been stressed out, that have been put through a lot of anxiety and triggers. This could be a great time for you to heal some of those situations, right? I feel like you feel like it's time for you to do the inner work, right? So this is really good. This is a really good reading because I feel like you are at the place where you are ready. You know, in this picture, she's got her eyes open, so she is ready to be to be in this energy. She's ready to go inward with mind, body, soul, you know, like she's ready to connect. So I feel like whether you're a male, female, it doesn't matter. I feel like you have reached this desire to want to go inward and heal and strengthen your inner self. So that's wonderful. Let's take a look at our dice. We're going to pick just a couple and see what we get. Okay, so, and I feel like there's pick one more for this one. Okay, so we have fire, TP, and lightning bolt. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I can see, so like the pyramid is like the first thing I noticed, first thing that came to my mind was the like the copper pyramids where people sit underneath of them, inside of them to heal their body. You know, there's pyramids that are shaped and you go inside and they're made from copper and you sit in them and you can meditate and you can bring in like the healing elements. I feel like that's what this is. Like this is this is all about inner healing. But I also feel like there is an ancestral connection, like an Egyptian connection or an ancestral connection to this dice. Like you are definitely being pulled to do the 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 work of a higher spiritual calling. Like the pyramids, for example, there's just so much we're finding out about those, and we know that there is a healing that takes place in a lot of the older areas that has been lost. And I feel like this is reconnecting to your ancestors. I feel like this has a lot to do with it, like going back and researching the old ways of healing and connection and you know every single human, I don't know how I want to say it, but like every every ancestral line, no matter who you come from, right? Every generation, every uh, whether you are um, from Asia or North America or South America or Europe or Africa, it doesn't matter what bloodline you're from. It doesn't matter what your heritage is. If you look at all of them, there is such an old way of healing that has been cut off to the world for a very long time. And I feel like your reading with the ancestral card and with the pyramid card is really telling you to reconnect to the old, not just the present, not just like going out and, you know, oh, I want to take a yoga class because honestly, anybody can go to a yoga class. That doesn't mean it's the right yoga energy. It doesn't mean that, you know, it might be yoga for fun, but that doesn't mean that it's yoga for alignment. It doesn't mean that it's yoga for sacredness. Okay, so I feel like this reading is telling you to go go back further than just what we do in the now for healing, right? I feel like as you do, you're going to unlock your creativity. You're going to have that spark that starts to unravel all of this for you. And as you go deeper into discovering this situation, you're going to find a lot of healing. You're going to go through a lot of emotions. You're going to you're going to unlock a lot of sadness and you know, you might do healing for yourself, but also for your ancestral line. you might be the one that your your ancestors are calling to help heal the the past, your parents, your grandparents, your great grandparents. Like, we carry emotions through the family. What somebody experiences is often passed down through experiences and through emotions and things like that. If somebody hurts someone, then sometimes that person, if they're hurt, they accidentally hurt someone, and like it can be a trickle down effect. So like I feel like this is a great time for you to really focus on you, focus on healing what needs to be healed. You have that inner fire. You have that fire that can burn and then come back again even stronger. So I feel like this reading is really telling you that it's okay to say, I can't do this, I can't do that, and spend some time focusing on your own self, spend some time focusing on your own healing, and really going deep into what's calling you. Once you start, you're going to feel the calling. It's going to get stronger and stronger for you. And not only are you going to heal your own problems in your own situation, but you're going to feel better. And then you're also going to see changes within the dynamics of your inner circle around you, right? You're going to find yourself at a peace that other people around you might not have. And then maybe you can also encourage them to seek your uh, your 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 guidance for, if people see you happier, if they see you healing, if they see you going down a path that makes you feel better, if they see your your circle changing and things working out for you differently, they might be, they might see that, and they might want to know how you did it. So you might become like a person that actually helps others as well. So I don't think this is just about you. I think this is about you stepping forward in your path and um, really helping past, present, future kind of situation. So I hope this has helped you. And thank you so much for watching. And you can do this. You can definitely do this. You're ready. You're in the right energy. You got the right mindset. You are ready for change. You're ready for inner change. You are ready for outer change. And so I really think this is a good reading for you right now. I think that you are going to take back your power and really just um, move in a new alignment for yourself. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, wonderful day. Bye.